currently here, Madison Square Garden. Gonna check out the WWE live show today. Let's head inside and see what they got.
Alright guys, we're here at Madison Square Garden. You guys enjoying the show?
Yeah.
AJ Styles just won the US title. What do you guys think?
Phenomenal. Too sweet.
First ever show too, huh? Yeah. Look at that. What a way to celebrate at Madison Square Garden.
The good news, we're here in New York City. So thank you very much for an awesome night. You guys rock. We'll see you around Christmas. Thank you very much.
Hey, what's going on out there, Spotlight Faithful? Your main man, Tommy, on the spot. It is actually a little after midnight. I am on my way back from WWE at Madison Square Garden tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed a little bit of the video that we showed you earlier in the beginning of this little video portion, but I wanted to just recap everything for you guys tonight. The dudes that I had there, Deej and his boy, Ahad, we went down to the show, Ahad's very first ever WWE show, and what a show it was. I'll tell you, it always takes me back going to the Garden, because the Garden was the very first venue I ever went to way back in 1991. My very first WWE shows were all at the Garden and Nassau Coliseum, as you guys long-term Spotlight faithful know. I also hold a spot in my heart for the Nassau Coliseum, but there's nothing like WWE at Madison Square Garden, and tonight there were just so many debuts. I gotta be honest with you guys, I have not been to a WWE live event / house show in about 5 years. And the reason for that is basically because, well, I, have graduated to going to your WrestleManias, your SummerSlam, especially with SummerSlam in my backyard the last couple of years. We've been able to, and lucky enough to go to SummerSlam. I've been lucky enough to attend the last 4 WrestleManias with Eri. And just over time, it's just, at the end of the day, I love a good house show. But for the most part, or at least you think that not much is going to happen at a house show. You're not going to turn the titles. Nothing too much storyline-wise is going to happen. But I'll tell you this much, man. Not only did AJ Styles win the United States Championship, which I believe was the first title change on a house show live event, non-televised live event in 5 years for WWE proper. Obviously, Samoa Joe won that title from Finn Balor, the NXT World title. Sorry for the blockage there, but unreal atmosphere tonight. You guys saw there people leaving the place, just going absolutely nuts for AJ Styles, cheering for him, cheering for Roman. There was a really cool moment at the end of that show where Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns kind of came together and the crowd was going nuts for Ambrose, and Ambrose never did come out, but just seeing them cheering for the Shield and reuniting and wanting that Shield reunion, so to speak, was almost a bit of a surreal moment. And at the end of the day tonight proves, man, you never know what's going to happen at the WWE show. You never can tell. These guys do, you never know, because, I mean, who would have thunk going into tonight? You already know AJ Styles is the #1 contender. You assume this match is going to happen at Battleground, or I think it was even announced for Battleground, and then all of a sudden, boom, they pull the trigger, they flip the title tonight. And, of course, WWE has actually acknowledged this. My thought originally was that WWE wouldn't acknowledge it. They'd flip the belt back to Kevin Owens before SmackDown on Tuesday. No harm, no foul. It's never mentioned, which is an old trick that I believe WWE or maybe TNA has done in the past, where they just don't acknowledge the title changes, which, promotes to live shows. But no, AJ Styles is your new United States champion. Shane McMahon came and congratulated him. They put up all the photos. And just a really cool, Madison Square Garden WWE moment. It is the Garden. It still has that aura, and that's still a big deal. And I think that's one of the things WWE showed. And I'll tell you right now, once AJ won that title, the line was down the entire corridor for people trying to buy the live event shirts and people wanting to just bask in that moment. Like, holy crap, we came to this show and it was a big moment. And it's kind of how I felt too, because I was the type of person that didn't necessarily want to go to house shows, didn't necessarily think live events were the most necessary. But nah, you know, if WWE comes to your town, show up, because you don't ever know what's going to happen. They may do something like they did tonight. It was a really special moment. I'm going to have a complete write-up on thedailyspotlight.com, so if you guys want to know my thoughts on the entire show, Shinsuke Nakamura's debut, a really, really good Cedric Alexander-Neville match, and a whole bunch more, tune in to that little article. Make sure you give that a check out. It'll be right underneath this if you see this on thedailyspotlight.com, and there'll be a full-length article on everything tonight. But a great night of wrestling at the Garden, and I guess as the old adage says, you never know, anything can happen in the WWE. For me, that's going to do it tonight. We have a whole bunch more this weekend, though. Keep it locked in. We're going to be all over your YouTube pages tonight. Make sure you subscribe, just because there's going to be so much content, and we will talk to you again real soon. Be well.